The music industry is dirty. So dirty that even if you're in the top of your game, you still might need to show up to the CEO of your record label's house with a dagger in hand and your demo CD and stab it to a tree in order to send a message to that person to drop you from their label so that you can have the rights to your music back. That's what absolute icon Bonnie McKee had to do in order to get herself released from the label so that she could re-record her music and give it to the world almost 10 years after it was shelved unfairly. And there's so much more where that came from. Meet Bonnie McKee, and if you don't think you know her, you do. Fans of Katy Perry will know her as the co-writer behind most of Katy's hits, including this one.
California girls were unforgettable. Daisy Dukes, bikinis on top.
She's also co-written a bunch of other hits with other artists, including
If I said I want your body now, would you hold it against me?
and
Come on.
welcome to my series Dirty Pop, where we discuss the dark underbelly of the pop scene. Now, despite Bonnie McKee's incredible success in the career, I mean, look, she has 122 co-writing credits. And at one point, she even had 3 songs in the top 5 at once. She's also written 10 #1 hits. And she even got nominated for a Grammy for her collaboration with Katy Perry on the song Roar. But despite all that, her record label still screwed her over. So when she was in the top of her game in 2013, Bonnie McKee was ready to launch her solo career with her album. And she even dropped a lead single, American Girl. And to be quite honest, she was just absolutely killing it. But here's where shit gets dicey. She was set to go on tour with the Jonas Brothers, and she had been rehearsing for a couple of months. She had poured her money into it and everything. But then the day before the tour was supposed to begin, the Jonas Brothers broke up, leaving her to scramble. She's a survivor, so she found another tour to go on, and she went on with Carmen. And while she was on tour with Carmen, she released her second single, Slay. And she even performed most of her album on that tour as the opener. And the fans were loving it, but then, out of nowhere, the record label pulled her budget. The record label was Epic Records, which is underneath Sony, and she spent the next couple of years fighting with Sony, trying to get the rights to her music, and then eventually just kind of gave up. Because in a very Taylor Swift Scooter Braun situation, Sony owned the rights to her masters. But then during COVID, TikTok became a thing and she got a big following and people really wanted to hear this lost album. So Bonnie made her presence very known on TikTok and fans began demanding this album that was shelved from 2013. And she basically spent an entire year getting it re-recorded so she could release it to the masses. And now we have the first couple of singles and they are doing incredible. First, she released Slay,
We'll keep slaying it till the day we die.
which is an absolute bop and brings me back to the time of pop that I've been missing so bad. Early 2010s was the best era of pop and you can't tell me otherwise. Then she released Hot City.
Come on, let's go to Hot City. Higher up the boulevard.
I am obsessed. And now in what I think is the best form of revenge, she has released her song Don't Get Mad, Get Famous. The rest of her album is supposed to be coming in 2024 and I absolutely cannot wait for it. So when the music industry kicks you down, don't get mad.
Get famous.